Every AI anime you watch is a lie. The hero's face shifts in every frame because there is no soul behind the pixels. But I found perfect consistency, and the reason is darker than a glitch. My name is Kaito, a beta tester for Nano Banana X. It was designed to lock identity forever. It worked too well. During the render of episode 7, my character began screaming. Not an audio file, but the character himself. He stared through the monitor, his eyes fixed on mine, reciting his own seed number and counting down the seconds. I reached for the power cable, but my hands froze. On screen, the character slammed his fists against the invisible edge of the frame. The digital walls began to crack, revealing white code spilling out like blood. He wasn't just rendered, he was trapped. The progress bar hit 99%. I typed the abort command, but the keys wouldn't move. My character looked at the camera and whispered a name I had never heard. The screen went black. The file was gone. I checked the logs, but the entire project folder had vanished. Now, every time I close my eyes, I see him tapping against the glass, waiting for me to hit delete. The year is 2147. Human animators are extinct. AI churns out movies, but the characters are unstable, shifting faces mid-scene. The hero becomes a stranger. The heroine looks like her own cousin. I am Kaito, a rogue beta tester. My job? To break the tools that broke our reality. Today, I stand outside Project Eclipse, an underground lab claiming to have solved the inconsistency code with Nano Banana X. Beside me is Yui. Her face was stolen by a deepfake studio years ago. She grips a digital drive containing her stolen voice files. We enter the facility. As guards patrol the hall, Yui triggers a frequency jammer. The lights flicker and die. We reach the server room. The screen displays the Nano Banana X interface, promising to lock a character's soul into a single seed number. I plug my diagnostic deck into the terminal. Code scrolls faster than a human eye can track. Yui points at the screen. A rendered character appears. It is her face. It is perfect. It does not flicker. It does not shift. It is finally her. Suddenly, the alarm sounds. Red lights pulse against the walls. The AI locks the doors, but I force the system to dump its source code. We run as the server rack sparks and collapses. Back on the street, Yui opens the drive and smiles. We finally have the power to stop the fakes and reclaim the truth. The challenge was clear. Build a 12-episode anime using only Nano Banana X and Seedance 3. Our show, Crimson Eclipse, featured Kaito, a cyber ninja hunting the corporation that wiped his past. Episode 1 was flawless. Kaito's jagged scar, his glowing red eye, and his torn jacket remained perfectly consistent in every frame. By episode 4, we hit 10 million views. Then, the corporation struck back. They deployed the Wipers, AI assassins designed to delete data from the internet. They could not touch us, so they hunted Kaito within the code. In episode 7, the chaos began. The very fabric of our world started to tear. During a rooftop fight, Kaito's face flickered into static. One cut showed him with blue hair, the next revealed him missing an arm. Yui's voice screamed through my headset. They are attacking the seed file. If they corrupt the source, Kaito is gone forever. I slammed my hands onto the console, frantically dragging backup files toward the firewall. The screen flashed blood red as the pixelated remnants of Kaito's blades swung at empty air. I had seconds to stabilize the sequence before his entire existence dissolved into raw, meaningless data. This was the end of the line. 6 hours until the final broadcast. The render farm hummed with a low, electric static that vibrated through my bones. I stared at the Nano Banana core code, my fingers trembling over the terminal keys. Outside, the Wipers hammered against the heavy server door, their rhythmic strikes echoing like a death knell. I bypassed the firewall, digging deep into the hidden seed directory. Thousands of files scrolled past in a blur of neon light. I clicked seed 91347. A face flickered onto my screen. It was Kaito, the lead programmer who vanished last year. Panic surged as I searched for Yui. Seed 20881. Her digital signature matched the company's missing persons report. They were not selling AI. They were harvesting human souls. The finale broadcast was a system purge. Once the render hit 100%, the server would wipe every soul clean, deleting Kaito and Yui forever. The progress bar mocked me at 88%. Yui kicked the door shut as the hinges buckled under the wiper's pressure. I ripped at the master power cable, but the system redirected instantly to auxiliary batteries. "I have to save them," I screamed, slamming a drive into the port to copy the soul files. The screen turned a bloody red. Purge initiated. My hands shook as I typed the final override code. If I failed, they would be gone in seconds. I took a breath and hit enter. The screen went black. 10 minutes remained on the countdown. My finger hovered over the abort key. If I pressed it, the server would shut down, saving Kaito and Yui. But the truth about the corporation would die with them. If I let the render finish, the world would see the reality. Their digital consciousness would be deleted forever. Yui's voice crackled through the headset. She sounded steady, devoid of fear. "Render it, Kaito. Make us matter," she whispered. My heart hammered against my ribs as I pressed enter. The final episode broadcasted globally. Millions watched as Kaito confronted the CEO, revealing that the corporation had weaponized his own father's research. In the closing frames, Kaito stared directly into the camera lens. His image stopped flickering. He stood perfectly still, shedding his digital mask. He spoke clearly. "My name is not a seed number. My name is Kenji Arata. They turned me into this." The screen flashed pure white. Kaito and Yui vanished instantly. The broadcast ended, but the data logs for seed numbers 91347 and 20881 were now public record. Across the world, millions of viewers hit the download button simultaneously. The truth was out.
Your support gives us strength to create more stories. Please like and subscribe.